Good afternoon. Today we are going to discuss about capital gain. So what is capital gain? So any gain which you get from transfer of capital asset during the previous year is called as capital gain. So as per section 2 subsection 14, the capital asset means it is a property of any kind which is holded by an assessee, whether in the form of movable or fixed or tangible or intangible, is considered as a capital asset, and that should not be used for the purpose of business. Only then you consider that as a capital assets. So when the capital gain will be taxed is the condition is that it should be a capital asset. It must be transferred by an assessee, and the transfer should take place in the previous year, and that gain should not have it should be away exempted from 54 to 54 GB. So if anything like that exemption, anything left out will be considered as a capital gain. So what are the item not considered as a capital asset? First, stock, raw material which is used for the business purpose, any personal property or any item, movable item which you use for personal purpose except gold or jewelry will not be considered as a capital asset, and gold deposit bonds. So what do you mean by transfer? As per section 2 subsection 47, transfer means exchange or a sale or relinquishment or compulsory acquisition is considered as transfer. So when the transaction is not considered as a transfer is in case if if you go for an amalgamation or any agriculture property or a land before 1/4/1970 it is acquired, or debenture is converted into shares, or asset in kind at the time of liquidation, or any assets by parent company to own company, if the transfer happened, that will not be considered, and any asset is transferred by good or will, it will not be considered. The next is types of capital assets. So what are the types? Here there are two categories, short and long. It is purely based on the year you hold the property. So the same is categorized as financial and non-financial asset. So mutual funds, security, etc. are considered as a financial asset. Apart from that, any other assets you consider, say for example, land, building, everything is considered as a non-financial asset. So, now, if a financial asset is holded less than 12 months, then it becomes short term. The same financial asset, if you are holding more than 12 months, it becomes a long term. The same way, in case of non-financial asset, if you hold the property less than 36 months, it is a short term. The same property, if you hold more than 36 months or 3 years, then it is considered as long term. These are the rates which will be applied when you are computing the capital gain. And now we are going to discuss about the format, how to compute the long term capital gain. So first thing, you need a sale. At what value you are selling in the previous year, you will take that. If any selling expense is incurred by you, that can be deducted. From that, you need to deduct indexed cost of acquisition. Acquisition means at what value you are buying. So that will convert it into the indexed value. Then we will deduct, and the same way indexed cost of improvement, any renovation have taken place. So that also will be converted into indexed value, and then you compute. From that, you get a long-term capital gain. So the same way, when you compute short-term capital gain, you will not use indexation. The reason is when you take long term, it is more than 3 years. So the value of that property might have increased, right? So that is the reason we use indexation there. Here we are not using that. And these are the inflation rate which we use. So for our present assessment year 2021, we will be using the financial previous year financial year, which is 1920, and the index value is 289. The next is cost of acquisition. So cost of acquisition means a cost at what value you buy that property is called as cost of acquisition. So the cost of acquisition will be nil for self-generated, as I say, for example, goodwill. So for that, you will not show cost of acquisition. And suppose the property is acquired by your parent and you have not bought, in that case also you can take the previous owner's cost as a cost of acquisition. And cost of improvement means anything which you have renovated on the improving betterment of that property is called as cost of improvement. Say for example, renovation, repairs, alterations, etc. is considered as improvement. So indexed cost means here you use indexation. It means the indexed cost means inflating the cost of an asset acquired to the present value. At present value, what is the value? As per that, you take indexation. So here, if in case of indexed cost of improvement, if it happens by the owner before 1/4/2001, in those cases, you will totally ignore that indexed cost when you calculate long-term capital. So if the improvement took place after 1/4/2001 means in those cases, we take indexed cost of improvement. Hope you understood the basics of what we have learned today. Thank you.